Please be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is a case of Elston versus Elston.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Good day. Mr. and Ms. Elston, you previously appeared in this courtroom with concerns surrounding the paternity of 2-year-old Carson. Let's take a look.
We started sleeping together 2 weeks after we met.
Well, who else did you have sex with?
My friend's boyfriend. It was on Valentine's Day. We had a threesome. She knew about it.
The baby didn't look like me. He don't have my nose, my ears, my eyes, or nothing.
My unborn child and Carson deserves their father. So I feel that we need to get this all cleared up.
When it comes to 20-month-old Carson Gregory, Mr. Elston, you are not the father. Ms. Elston, you are now here hoping to save your marriage by proving your husband is the biological father of your newborn son, Kason. Mr. Elston, you recently moved out of your home due to paternity doubts, and you are convinced you are not Kason's father either. Ms. Elston, I'll start with you. You're in desperate need to save your marriage.
Yes, Your Honor.
Explain.
Because Ladarian moved out like shortly after Kason was born. He's been having paternity issues since we found out Carson was not his. He started saying that this baby doesn't look like me, he's not mine, and questions about the conception, and he wants to leave his family all of a sudden just because of paternity issues pertaining to Carson.
Wow, it has really taken a turn for the worse.
Yeah.
Mr. Elston, you felt like you had no other choice but to leave the home?
Yes, Your Honor, because I can't keep, going through the same cycle with babies not being mine with the same person. And when Carson came back not mine, it did, it hurt my feelings, but I still stepped up and was a father to him. So I'm just trying to get the honest truth today before I, move on.
So how does this doubt make you feel? I mean, you've packed up and moved out of your own home, left your wife, Carson, Kason. I mean, how do you feel when you look at this baby?
I mean, I don't have a bond with him, and I don't feel like he's mine. They look alike to me, so they must have the same father. And the baby names are, identical, and it's something here that she's not telling me. So
we agreed on the name. I tried changing it plenty of times.
No, Your Honor.
He told me he didn't want to change it.
No, her friend chose the name, Your Honor.
So the truth is, even the name triggers you.
Yes,
because it's so close to Carson, Kason. Then you look at them, you think they look alike in your mind, and then you just revisit what you went through the last time you were here when we determined you were not Carson's biological father.
Yes, ma'am.
So, Mrs. Elston, how does your husband's doubt affect you and the family?
It's affected us a lot because we're arguing because you already know Carson is not yours, but you stepped up and I'm glad. So I don't understand how you think Kason is not yours.
So, Mr. Elston, what was your initial doubt? How did you start doubting?
Well, Your Honor, when I was at work, I was 3 hours away. She texted me talking about she pregnant. So I was like, I can't leave work just to take you to the hospital. So she said, I'll call my cousin and see if he can take me. So when I get home, we just started arguing because I told her this just don't seem right. And she was like, that wasn't even my cousin that took me to the hospital anyways, it was my ex. So.
No, Your Honor, that's not what happened. What happened was he was at work, so I had a friend come get me. But we already had, issues from the past of me cheating and all this stuff. So I didn't tell him, it was my ex because I didn't want him thinking I was sleeping with him or anything. I told him, I was like, well, that was not my cousin that took me. It was a friend, and he asked who, and I told him who it was, and I was honest about it. I just did not want no problems in our relationship at that point.
So you felt like you were just being honest?
Yeah, at the end.
Well,
at first, I wasn't.
She told me that in the beginning instead of hiding it from me.
Oh, so she hid it at first.
Yeah, I'm not finna keep doing this.
Ah. So throughout the pregnancy, were you doubting then?
Yes, ma'am, because one day we got the argument bad and I left the house and she texted me and she was like, that's why Carson wasn't yours, Kason's not yours either. And she said, I married you just so I could put you on child support just in case you tried to leave me. And, we're separated now and, I'm trying to file for a divorce, so.
Really?
I can tell we're separated when you come over the house every day.
I have.
Do you have
proof
any
the text
evidence of what?
messages.
I'd like to see that. Jerome, will you hand me that evidence, please? Thank you.
You're welcome.
These are text messages between you, Mr. Elston, and your wife, Ms. Elston. You write, "Why do you say that, Carly?" She responds, "He's not even your baby, just like Carson wasn't." Whoa. Mr. Elston, you say, "Blank, then don't ask me to do nothing for them." Ms. Elston, you say, "Okay, bet, Ladarian. Stop texting me and go play dad to somebody else's kids, because mine's not yours." Whoa, that's a mouthful right there. Ms. Elston, how could you expect him to think Kaysen was his biological son after that exchange?
I just know how to push his buttons. Like, I wasn't trying to, like, I already know what to say to him. He had stayed gone the whole night, and he was out cheating and doing him, and he wants to sit up and say that Kaysen is not his, but...
So you just said it this one time out of anger, you were just really angry.
It happened multiple times. So this is not the
I
first.
said it like 3 times my pregnancy, yes.
Well, Mr. Elston, you submitted another text message. Ms. Elston said, "Kaysen is not yours anyways. I blanked your homeboy." Mr. Elston said, "Blank, you dirty dog." And then Ms. Elston responded, "I'ma still put you on child support because we married. That's the only reason I married you, blank." What kind of conversation is this?
I know how to push his buttons. I know how to make him mad. So that's what I was saying.
This is not button pushing, this is bomb dropping.
Yeah.
I mean, these exchanges are designed to destroy. You already said you had one child that was his, came back not his. Now you doing this again?
Yes.
This is toxic. Yes. So if you're so quick to say he's not yours, that's what I'm gonna do is just put you on child support. And why do you stand here so convinced that he is Kaysen's biological father?
When I got pregnant with Carson, I was not in a relationship with Ladarian, and we already, established that on the last time we was here. This time we was engaged, we was living together, and that's the only person I was with. And when I conceived Kaysen, so I'm pretty sure I'm actually 100% positive.
She was sleeping with
he
other
is
guys.
the dad.
She was sleeping with other guys. She conceived. She got pregnant in June, and she was sleeping with him in May. So she admitted to my friend that she was cheating too. So.
She admitted to a friend?
Yes, ma'am. My friend came to the house one weekend. It's a female. And she pulled me downstairs when Carly was asleep and told me that Carly had vented to her that she's been cheating. She's been, going to see other people. And she
Your
said
Honor,
she knows
this is the
Carly.
same friend that he's sleeping with. So no, she wants to break us up. So she wants to break us up. And the only reason she's here today is because she wants to say that that he's not the dad and all this stuff, which she doesn't know nothing about.
All right, I would like to hear from her directly.
I
Jerome,
would
will you
too.
please escort Ms. Stanfield into the courtroom?
Go right up to the witness stand up here.
Ms. Stanfield, thank you for joining us.
Yes, ma'am.
We're here today talking about the paternity of baby Kaysen. During the testimony, it has been brought out that you potentially have a sexual relationship with Mr. Elston now.
No, Your Honor.
A married man.
You deny that?
I have not spoke to either one of them other
But
than
you
to
were sleeping
argue.
with him a week ago. Girl, bye.
This was 2 weeks ago when
A
you
married
invited
man.
me over there
I didn't
knowing
invite you
he wanted
nowhere.
to sleep with me. You
No, I did
invited
not
me.
know this.
What?
No, this is
See,
a
I don't
whole
know
lie.
what to believe. They're going back and forth, and it's.
So, Miss Stanfield, what do you know about the paternity of Kaysen?
From what I have heard from both of them, Carly admitting to me that she was
You don't know
sleeping.
me. I have not said nothing to you. Be real.
Admitting to me
Be
that she
real.
was sleeping with other men around the time that she got pregnant. That her and Ladarian were not together.
Wait a minute. Tell me specifically what happened and what did she tell you?
The day that I arrived at their house to spend the weekend with them, Ladarian had left because they were already arguing. She started talking to me, saying he's just a dog, he doesn't do anything for her or the kids, that she was sleeping with other men, that she...
You just want to break up our relationship. He does do for me and my kids. Stop lying.
I don't want anything to do with you guys.
Stop lying.
So wait, answer my question.
You was just stuck. Okay.
Answer my question. I asked, what do you know about this? What did she tell you?
Basically saying that Kaysen was not Ladarian's, that she was sleeping with other men, that Ladarian and Kaysen look nothing alike. Just saying that.
They look just alike. You know that. Look
No,
at
they don't. Every time that you would ask me, I admitted that Kaysen looked just like you.
What did you do with this information, Miss Stanfield?
I told Ladarian.
She just wants to break us up because the wants to come and get what I have. You have no car, you have no house, you're homeless. Baby, stay where you're at. He pays all my bills, and the car that y'all was in was mine. Remember that. Remember that. You're just, no.
Are you proving something?
No, she's trying to lie and break up us. Like, I already told you I want my family back. She's over here trying to tell him that my son is not his. I know my son is his. I'm 100% positive.
Ladarian even told me he didn't believe
But
that it was
he's
your
moved
kid.
out of the house.
He still comes over every day.
And you've also told him he's not the father.
Because I was making him mad. I know how to push his buttons, as I said before, but he will go and be with like this and then come back to me and act like everything is okay. That's the problem. Like this is the problem. Our son is his. I'm 100% positive.
No, Miss Elston, I hate to break it to you, but the problem is you already had one child
That was not-
and you told him he was the father only to come to this courtroom and find out that he wasn't. That's the problem. And then you have a second child, and instead of having enough sense to figure out another way to have a conversation, you go right for the low blow and say you're not the father and I slept with your boy and now I'm just gonna put you on child support and then expect that that's not going to negatively affect your marriage and your relationship. Because what I read on these text messages amounts to emotional abuse. He already hung in there after last hearing when Carson ended up not being his son and said he was gonna step up to the plate. Now, and look, I'm gonna just tell you the truth. He's a young, handsome young guy. That baby wasn't his. He could have exited stage left and been gone and made a full-on family with somebody else. I mean, there's no reason for him to entertain you unless he loved you. You all just sabotaging your life so early. We got another baby now and a marriage on the line. Baby's last name is Elston. That's your family name. That's your name, Mr. Elston. But you don't know if it's yours.
That's correct.
You know what, Jerome? I'm ready for the results. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics and they read as follows. If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. In the case of Elston versus Elston, when it comes to 1 month old Kaysen Elston, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Elston, you are the father. Kason is your little boy.
But I still treat Carson like he's mine too, so I don't show him no different attention.
But you're doing an amazing job, and thank you for everything. I appreciate it.
Thank you. That's good, honey. That's a good start.
I accept your apology, but there's some things we gotta work on.
We can't wrap it up in a bow today. That's for sure. It's been too much water under this bridge. Y'all gonna float the whole house away. No, really. And I hope this has been a lesson learned for you. We have counseling and resources for you all because you all gotta start figuring this out. Miss Elston, you gotta get yourself together, babe.
Yes, ma'am.
There's an old saying, I can't say it all the way, but it always says, don't let your mouth write a check that you can't cash. I'm serious.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I want you all to go talk to Dr. Jeff. I want you all to start sorting this thing out. I really hope that you can save your marriage. You have two beautiful, beautiful children, and I wish you all the very best. Court is adjourned.